Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Alien Invasion. I was looking at my last recording and I realized that I promised I would both talk about the event and talk about the winter area during this next video. I'm not going to talk about both. I'll save the event for later. The last event is ending, but as you can see from the little dark unicorn thing in the middle of the right side, looks like another event will be starting soon. So I'll have plenty of time to talk to you about that. So let's go ahead and have a look at the winter zone. So once you have level unlocked a bunch of things and gotten up, you eventually unlock this door and you get to go through here and you experience a new mechanic. So you can see the ice there, and as you start to move into it, suddenly you see the temperature bar and the thing that says freezing level. That used to go down, that used to actually start counting up, but I have spent a bunch on basically making myself warm, and I'm not quite clear if it's not rising, if it's staying at 0 right now because I've just gotten much better stuff, or if after a certain point this area levels off and it doesn't go until the next area. Not sure. But as you come out here, you will find the ice market, and you can go in here and buy various levels of warm regen, which lets you heat back up faster after you've cooled off, and warm capacity, which makes it take longer to get past each freezing stage. Makes it take longer for you to get to the next freezing stage, so it's easier for you to do. And I've invested a lot in those. I'm going to invest more in those. But anyway, so here you have the next area, and there's a potential base you can do here. You can build here, so it's easier to unload resources, but it's not that far, and I've got better uses for 250 gems. You will also find a furnace over here that you can catch drones to fill up, and each of these winter sections has a furnace as well. So we have here, and down below there's more drones to catch, and then there are these ice chest things which give you the ice meat as well as the regular meat, and you basically you can pay some of the output of this furnace to get those ice chests. Plus the chubby yellow and blue guys up there that give you some good experience and ice meat and regular meat. Anyway, so that's that area. Another level lock below. Up here there's more stuff, including another furnace-like thing, the reactor, and after you've activated a couple things you can turn this on, and supposedly when I've leveled it up enough it will let me open a gate or wormhole or something to another planet, but at the moment it's unstable, and so if I do this it will, in fact, so far every time I've done it it's summoned the queen worm or something like that, like this. I've summoned the queen of the worms. So this is a big boss monster that comes and attacks me. And I'm pretty fast, but she's pretty fast. Oop, yeah, she's pretty fast too. And like most of the bosses, they can take a lot of damage, and they do a lot of damage, and they do progressive damage, meaning each time they hit you, they do a little bit extra. So it's hard if you kind of sit still and get chomped. But you can wear them down a bit, like I was rotating around there, and do that. Let me go ahead and unload real quick. Bloop. Okay. So back to the winter zone. Also over here, over in this area, there's an amplifier you can do, and then there's this xenomorph, which initially is quite scary, but at this point is absolutely nothing to me. And here's Gustav. He's the guy that gave you a bunch of quests in the first section. After you level up to the winter zone, he runs over here, gets in a fist fight with the xenomorph, and then kind of stays here stun locked. So perhaps eventually I can level up enough that he will do the next thing, but I don't know. Here's another level locked area that once you open it, you can have all these little farms, which are quite worthwhile. And you can also spend the results of a different furnace, I'll show you in a second, to get new units to, well, eat here. And they're pretty good too. These snowmobiles are initially hard to deal with because they're so fast and they run away from you, but again, not a big deal now. Here's that furnace I was talking about. And then over here, so there are some big drones to catch for the furnace along with the little drones. And then there's these snowmobiles, but these are aggressive, so they will come after you and try to damage you once you get in range, which initially is quite scary because they're super fast and do a good amount of damage, but not such a big deal now. And then we have the last part of this section, part of the winter section. I'll tell you more about the rest later, but if you come through here, there are these red guys with spears that will attack you, and if you collect the spears, you can use them for the mammoth hunt, which is this big boss guy over here. And when you get close to him, he will run after you and attack you and do lots of damage, kind of like the queen worm. And if you get the spears, he has less health and does less damage. And you have to kill him 3 times to open the next section of the winter zone. So I'll talk about that next section and about the freezing mechanic more in that, because, well, it'll actually apply more there. Anyway, so thanks for listening. I hope you're enjoying this. If there's something you'd like to see more of or something you'd like to hear differently, let me know. And hopefully I'll see you next time.